And we have had some snow flurries, but this weekend we are tracking snow showers that could bring some accumulation. Increasing clouds today. I'll have the timing and the track of those snow showers coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast.
And with that snow coming, what does that mean for area roads? I'm Matt McCutcheon. We'll check in to see how many counties in our area plan to battle the snow this weekend. Coming up live.
New on Weekend Sunrise, a wild police pursuit snakes through multiple counties in central Indiana. We'll tell you where it all ended.
From Indiana's news leader, Eyewitness News Weekend Sunrise starts now.
Good morning. Welcome to Weekend Sunrise. It's now 8 o'clock on your Saturday morning. I'm Naomi Peskovitz here with Kelly Green to talk about not one, but two chances of snow in the days ahead.
Yes, and it could impact your Saturday night, and it could also impact your Sunday night and Monday morning commute. Of course, the ground is frozen, and normally this time of year, a lot of times when we have our first real snow showers, it has a hard time sticking. But because we've had such cold air settled in, this snow is going to stick, and we are watching out for a couple of systems that will be tracking into the area over the next 48 hours. So that is something we're going to continue to tweak for you. As you can see, we've had a really pretty quiet start this morning with those clear skies. It is leading the way to a cold start this morning all across central Indiana. What a beautiful sunrise at 18 degrees. Winds are out of the south at 3 miles per hour, and we do have a bit of a wind chill in some locations this morning. 15 in Marion, at 16 in Bloomington, 16 degrees in Lafayette. We will start off with sunshine, but the clouds will increase as we head into the afternoon. May see a flurry or two by late afternoon, but the best chance of snow showers is actually going to come after 8, 9 o'clock tonight, mainly along and north of I-70. So in the meantime, today we'll still see temperatures climbing into the low 30s this afternoon. Clouds will increase. Winds will be out of the south 5 to 10 miles per hour. So the potential for a ½ inch to 1 inch of snow by tomorrow morning, but we're also tracking snow on Sunday. I'll have the timing of that, the track as well, coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. With immeasurable snow on the way, this will be the first test of the season for many communities when it comes to clearing the snow. Sunrise reporter Matt McCutcheon joins us live with the preps already underway. Matt, good morning.
Naomi, good morning. This by no means is a snow to rush out to the grocery store and buy everything that you can. But the only reason this is so important that we're getting about an inch of snow is due to the fact that this is the first measurable snow and the first test for crews all around the area to battle that. This, of course, is also a personal test for all of us. In fact, here's a look at Eyewitness News reporter David McAnally trying to fire up his own snowblower. It took a lot of tries for him to get that fired up because after several months in storage, after such a long winter, it is a battle for everyone to make sure things will work. Indianapolis Department of Public Works, they've been spending several months trying to make sure things are working. Scott Manning joins us this morning with more on that effort. Good morning to you. Why is today so important?
Well, good morning. It's really important for our crews to battle that first official snowfall, if you will, because we want to set the tone for the entire winter season. We know how important it is for citizens to be able to travel the roads safely, for police, fire, emergency vehicles to be able to respond to citizens in need, for folks to be able to get back and forth to work, for kids to be able to get back and forth from school. So we have that in mind, and we want to make sure that our plan is ready to go, that all of our equipment is working well, that our drivers have everything they need, and we're confident that we do. One of the biggest questions we get is, do you have enough salt? We've got almost 19,000 tons to start the year. Our barns are full, and we've got another 30,000 tons ordered, so we're in great shape there.
Everyone knows and has heard by now that the snow forest has been activated for today. What does that mean, and what's the game plan for today and overnight?
Well, our plan for today is when we get to this afternoon, around 3 o'clock, as conditions start changing and precipitation starts to move our way, we're going to have a complement of drivers, about 24 drivers out. They'll be mainly salting bridge decks and other slick spots in the county to make sure that those stay safe for travel. Then as we move later into the evening, we'll call out a full complement of drivers. That'll be 90 drivers, 90 plow trucks. They'll be out on major thoroughfares and secondary streets, and they'll be moving that snow as it falls off the roadway and salting those surfaces to make sure that they stay safe for motorists.
All right, a lot going on. Scott, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll continue our conversation with him and a lot of things that you may need to do throughout the morning here on Sunrise. But of course, Marion County isn't the only county battling this. In fact, we checked in with several other areas to see how they're dealing with the salt supply as well. In Hancock County, for example, which includes communities like Greenwood, they have more than 1,700 tons of salt on hand for this winter. That comes, however, at about a $12 a ton price jump. In Morgan County, they actually ran out of salt last year at the height of the winter blast. They are starting this year with 700 tons of salt ready to go this year to make sure that roads there will be clear. So a lot of communities are all prepared, everyone having to deal with a little bit of a price jump, but saying that will not impact the clearing of the roads in what everyone hopes will be a mild winter. Reporting live, Matt McCutcheon, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. New on Weekend Sunrise, we are learning more about a police chase that ended on the city's northwest side in a crash this morning. Police chased a suspect through 2 counties before crashing near the intersection of 34th and Georgetown. Dispatchers tell Eyewitness News the chase started in Whiteland, then traveled south through Boone County before IMPD officers got involved in the chase here in Indianapolis. And also new on Weekend Sunrise, a Greensburg man is under arrest this morning after a standoff with police. Police say 49-year-old John Boyce barricaded himself inside the house after 10 a.m. and refused to come out. He made threats against police, and they believe he had several firearms with him. Some homes along Indiana Street in Greensburg were evacuated yesterday during the standoff. After more than 9 hours of negotiating with Boyce, he came out of the house and was arrested. This morning, he's in the Decatur County Jail facing charges of intimidation, but more charges could be on the way. And also new on Weekend Sunrise, a wanted fugitive from Illinois has been arrested in Lafayette. Police say Gerald Johnson was wanted for a violent home invasion that happened in Riverdale, Illinois. Officers arrested Johnson at the Claystone apartment complex in the 500 block of Westchester Lane. This morning, he is in the Tippecanoe County Jail, where he will wait to be extradited to Illinois.
And it is a quiet and cold start this morning. Clear skies now. Clouds move in later this afternoon, as well as snow. All have the timing and the potential for another round of heavier snow to wrap up the weekend coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast.
Also ahead, world leaders, including President Obama, are gathered in Australia this morning. We'll explain the wide range of issues expected to come up at this year's G20 summit. And kickoff might not be until tomorrow night, but the pregame hike for the Colts and Patriots game has already started. We'll tell you where the Sunday night football bus will be today. Welcome back. 8:10 now on your Saturday morning. A strong undersea earthquake hit eastern Indonesia today, triggering a small tsunami and some panic, but no casualties or major damage. The 7.3 magnitude quake happened near Halmahera Island and was strongly felt in several cities in eastern Indonesia. Students and teachers were seen rushing out of a school building after the quake. In Manado, there was some damage to buildings, but no injuries. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center lifted its advisory later for potential hazardous waves for coastal communities. You may remember the island nation was devastated by a tsunami that killed more than 200,000 people back in 2004. President Barack Obama is meeting with some of the most powerful people in the world in Australia this weekend. The G20 summit has begun in Brisbane, Australia. Leaders gathered there for a family photo of sorts earlier this morning. Australia had hoped the two-day summit would focus on global economic growth, not security or the environment. The G20 is made up of 19 individual countries, including the U.S. and the European Union. Well, he survived Ebola. Now Hoosier Dr. Kemp Brantley has a new message to spread. The White House has released a message from Brantley saying he's known as the first Ebola patient to be treated in the United States, but he'd prefer to think of himself simply as a family physician. Brantley says he quickly came to understand what his own patients had suffered, including the sense of utter helplessness. Now Brantley wants to encourage more medical workers to volunteer to help in West Africa where Ebola is spreading. He asks health professionals not to let irrational fear stand in their way. A senior scientist for the World Health Organization says chances of finding a viable drug to treat Ebola in the near future are slim. The news came after a two-day conference in Geneva where health experts and representatives from afflicted West African nations met to organize a response to the ongoing crisis. WHO discussed the possible implementation of around 120 drugs, some of which are in short supply. Well, the men's Final Four rolls into town this upcoming spring, but it won't be the last time. We'll tell you when college basketball's marquee event will return to the Circle City.
And clear skies have allowed temperatures to tumble this morning down to 16 in Plainfield, 18 in Monticello, 17 degrees in Bloomfield. We'll see increasing clouds and a chance of snow this evening. I'll have the timing as well as a second round of snow in your forecast.
The Indianapolis Colts will be in the national spotlight again this weekend when NBC Sunday Night Football comes to Lucas Oil Stadium. The Colts, of course, play the Patriots, and the only place to watch the game on TV is right here on Channel 13. Our pregame special starts at 6 and then kickoff is at 8 o'clock. Well, NBC's Sunday Night Football bus is in town for the big game. The bus will make a special stop today at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway before heading to Lucas Oil Stadium tomorrow night. And with the big game less than 48 hours away now, tonight's show host Jimmy Fallon took some shots at the Colts and the Patriots as part of his weekly NFL Superlatives bit. Fallon showed photos of players from both teams with a caption like a high school yearbook.
Our first player is Montour Hughes from the Colts. He was voted most likely to be the human version of Grumpy Cat. Next from the Colts is Andrew Luck. He was voted most likely to be seeing Kim Kardashian's butt picture for the first time. What is that thing?
Pretty good. Well, tight end Kobe Fleener and long snapper Matt Overton were also among the victims of Fallon's jabs. We do have the entire clip posted to our website at WTHR.com. Well, the NCAA men's basketball Final Four is coming back to Indianapolis again. The 2015 games will be here, of course, and then the city also learned last night that the Final Four will be back in 2021. The announcement was a bit of a surprise. Indianapolis put in bids for 2018 and 2020, not expecting the NCAA to select a 2021 site.
When did you find out, 2021, that they were going to add that?
The same time you did.
Surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a surprise. Indianapolis has hosted the Final Four 6 times since 1980. The upcoming 2015 Final Four games will be our 7th. And Indianapolis Mayor Greg Ballard released a statement on the news that the Final Four will be returning to the city in 2021. Once again, he says, the eyes of the sports world will look toward Indy as our city hosts its 8th NCAA men's Final Four in 2021. He goes on, this city is synonymous with hosting great sporting events, and I have no doubt our local organizing team and legion of volunteers will show basketball fans around the world the best things about Indy. And hopefully by then we'll have a little bit of warmer weather to welcome all those fans, but for this weekend we are talking cold and the S word, snow.
Yes, we do have snow in the forecast and really another Arctic blast of cold air in your 7-day forecast. And I'll get to that in just a moment, but we'll focus on the weekend as we do have the chances of snow showers. Here's a look at our weather bug network. You can see really a nice start across central Indiana and some sunshine. We're starting off with those clear skies, and we are going to see a really nice afternoon, but in the meantime, a cold start. Currently 18 degrees in Indianapolis, 18 in Kokomo, 16 in Lafayette, 18 in Greensburg, and 15 degrees in Marion. And we do have a little bit of a wind chill value as well, making it feel like it's 11 in Muncie, feeling like 9 in Kokomo. A little bit of that breeze at the surface giving a bite to the air. But the good news is we're starting off with some sunshine. Beautiful blue sky across central Indiana. Currently 18 in Indianapolis. Winds out of the south at 3 miles per hour. That southerly component is going to help warm us up a bit. We'll see a high around 32 degrees, still unseasonably cold for this time of year. In fact, our afternoon high is closer to where our normal low should be for this time of year. Winds will be out of the south 5 to 10 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. Now we are tracking some snow showers later on this evening, mainly after 9 o'clock tonight. We could see some light snow showers, especially along and north of I-70. And we could still see maybe a ½ inch to 1 inch of snow by Sunday morning. Still a few flurries possible Sunday morning with a low of 24 degrees. A cold start tomorrow, cloudy skies, and those flurries will start to taper off tomorrow morning. And then we have another chance of some flurries kind of on and off throughout the day on Sunday. So we'll see that light snow moving in later on tonight. ½ inch to 1 inch of snowfall potential tomorrow morning, and then more snow will move in tomorrow night. And actually, we have a better chance of seeing some heavier snow moving in tomorrow night. So let's look here at Future Track 13. A cloudy day, few flurries not out of the question throughout the day on Sunday. And then as we head into the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll start to see some of this moisture moving in. So it may start off as a little bit of rain, shifting back over to some snow showers with temperatures above the freezing mark, high of 35 degrees. So we'll keep a light light snow possible tomorrow morning, flurries possible throughout the day, and then we'll start to see the snow moving in. So if you are heading for the Colts game tomorrow night, Lucas Oil Stadium, likely going to see some snow showers across the capital city, 25 around 10 p.m. And as you're heading out of Lucas Oil, we'll likely see these bands of snow setting up, and this will continue tomorrow night on into Monday morning. So it may impact your Monday morning commute. So you'll want to check back tomorrow night again with Sean Ash for the latest updates on that, as well as Chuck on Sunrise. So right now we are thinking about 2 to 3 inches of snow will be possible across portions of Indianapolis and areas south, 1 to 2 inches in our northwestern viewing area. High of 32 today. 35 on Sunday with snow possible tonight and again on Sunday night, and the coldest air of the season arriving on Tuesday, high of only 24, a wintry mix possible Friday. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. Creating smiles every day. Coming up, how a young cancer survivor is making a difference in the lives of those battling the disease. Plus, entering a new chapter for the city of Speedway. We'll have more on the highly anticipated opening of the town's new roundabout. Welcome back. 8:23 now on your Saturday morning. A Hendricks County teenager who has already faced one of life's most terrifying challenges is now working to help others who face the same thing. In this week's Making a Difference report, Sunrise anchor Bruce Kopp shows us how she is making other patients more comfortable.
So his name is Logan.
All you have to do is scroll through Kendra Spring's Facebook page to see the smiles she has brought to the faces of other children.
This is me delivering, it looks like 2 bags to the hospital.
That's how Kendra has spent much of her spare time over the past year. It was 3 years ago when she learned she had cancer.
She was diagnosed with neuroblastoma back in April of 2011. And, as you can imagine, it was, life-changing for our family.
For the next 2 years, Kendra would undergo aggressive cancer treatment, much of it here at Riley Hospital for Children. She underwent chemotherapy, radiation, surgery, stem cell transplant treatment, and for now, the cancer appears to be held at bay.
this kid was really into IU. So
Now, 13 years old, Kendra is
got him
helping
a lot
to
of things
soften the
that
blow for others
came to
who
that,
face the same
and,
experience.
When you first go into the hospital, it is the scariest thing ever, I would say, because you just don't know what's going to happen to you, and you really just need some sort of comfort. You need something to take your mind off the treatment.
Every few weeks, she helps put together customized bags for patients with up to $300 worth of comfort items and gift cards to help ease the hard times ahead.
Once a child got a package from us, it just completely lit up the room, and the child was so happy. And we've had letters from parents that said their child just was so happy, and it took their mind off of the treatment for a while.
You know, we know that it's not going to take all the pain away, but just for a few moments or 10 minutes, if it takes their mind off of the treatment that they're getting ready to endure, then it's a good thing.
The effort is now titled Kendra's Call for Comfort, and about 200 of these bags have been delivered to hospital patients thanks to outside donations.
This is something positive to make her feel good. It makes us feel good and proud to be helping others.
And I just like to keep doing what I'm doing.
Last Friday, the Children's Museum honored Kendra for making a difference in the lives of others. Bruce Kopp, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
What an awesome little girl. Well, you can check out her Facebook page by going to WTHR.com. We do have a link there on Hot Topics. College basketball player Lauren Hill has raised more than $176,000 now to fight the disease that has left her with only a few months to live. Hill helped the Cure Starts Now Foundation present the big donations to the Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center. The 19-year-old from Lawrenceburg has used the time she has left to raise awareness about brain cancer while playing for her college team. The Bands of America Grand National Championships will wrap up today at Lucas Oil Stadium. The semifinal round will start this morning. Then the top 12 bands that make it out of the semis will compete for the national crown starting at 6:30 tonight. 11 Indiana bands are among the 94 high school ensembles competing this week. Year 2 of the president's signature legislation coming up. What you need to know as open enrollment for the Affordable Care Act kicks off again today.
And we do have the potential for some snow. Actually, 2 rounds of snow possible this weekend. I'll have the timing and the track of those 2 storm systems moving in coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast.
You need. Coming up this half hour, we'll tell you what you need to know as open enrollment for Obamacare kicks off. Also ahead, it's about to open to traffic but has yet to win over the public. Why Speedway residents are still skeptical about the new roundabout. And the snow is already piling up to our north, and it will soon be here. Kelly will tell us how much to expect coming up in the SkyTrack 13 forecast.
From Indiana's news leader, Eyewitness News Weekend Sunrise starts now.
Good morning to you. Welcome to Weekend Sunrise. It's now 8:30 on your Saturday morning. I'm Naomi Peskovitz here with Kelly Green, who has so much to share with us today, and a lot of it revolves around snow.
That's right. We are talking about measurable snow this weekend, and actually two separate chances of snow. So let's get to it. Right now we are watching very clear start this morning. We have area of high pressure that has given us this very clear start. So that is going to allow those temperatures to be very cold this morning. But notice we are tracking in some extra clouds. This will start to thicken up as we head into the afternoon. We're watching out for a couple of storm systems that will gradually move into the area later on tonight and again on Sunday night. A gorgeous start though across Indianapolis. Mostly sunny skies, winds out of the south at 3 miles per hour. Air temperature at 18 degrees. We have cold temperatures all across central Indiana, 17 in Marion, 14 still in Richmond, 16 degrees in Lafayette, and we do have a bit of a wind chill as we have some light breezes out of the south. Now, Future Track 13 brings the clouds in as we head into the later hours this afternoon. Mainly quiet and dry today until later on this evening. We'll start to see some snow showers picking up mainly after 8, 9 o'clock tonight. Along and north of I-70 will be the best chance of seeing some snow showers, and really it does look like we could see around a half an inch to 1 inch of snow by tomorrow morning. Temperatures this afternoon only climbing to 32 degrees. We have another chance of snow in your forecast mainly tomorrow night. I'll have the timing and the track of that coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. Crews at Notre Dame are working around the clock to clear snow from inside the football stadium. Northern Indiana got hit with more than a foot of snow. More than 100 volunteers are helping to sweep and shovel the snow to get ready for the big game today. And you can watch the Irish take on Northwestern right here on Channel 13 starting at 3:30. Well, we can help you stay ahead of the snow. Just download our SkyTrack 13 weather app. It's free with Doppler 13 radar, closings, delays, and of course, a look at the 7-day forecast. Open enrollment under the Affordable Care Act begins today. 8 million Americans signed up when the health insurance exchanges rolled out in March. Officials are hoping another million will sign up now. And they're hoping a new, slicker website will do the trick. Last year, the website was the main problem, collapsing under the weight of millions of low-income families trying to purchase health insurance. The new website is simpler, cutting the typical sign-up from 76 to just 16 pages. Officials say there is a lot at stake for low-income individuals and families who have no or too little health insurance.
You don't want to wait until you're sick to go to a doctor and then find out that you don't have coverage and you have a bill that's thousands of dollars.
And we want to show you the most important things that you need to know. Enrollment runs from November 15th through February 15th. If you are already enrolled, you do need to re-enroll. You can sign up online from home or a public library. And Covering Kids and Families has a special sign-up session today from 9 to 1 at their offices on East 38th Street. Well, an exciting new chapter for the Speedway community. The new roundabout at Main Street, Crawfordsville Road, and 16th Street is set to open this weekend. It's a major change to the traffic flow outside the track, and not everyone is in favor of it. The project was originally designed to fix a very tricky intersection. For one, it opened up a revitalized Main Street and Speedway to Crawfordsville Road traffic, and it creates a much better gateway to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But there are still some skeptics.
I just never been a big fan of roundabouts.
Now I think it's going to be kind of pain in the neck for everybody. I think it's going to be real inconvenient.
I see it being a giant cluster, actually. I see it being more of a mess than it is anything else.
Well, this project is still a long way from over. The next phase will take 16th Street and angle it out straight through a parking lot. That will then open the area in front of the track as a pedestrian plaza. Expect to see more police on the roads in the coming weeks. Indiana State Police say they are increasing patrols in the days leading up to the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. They want to crack down on people who drink and drive. During November of last year, ISP says there were nearly 500 alcohol-related crashes in Indiana, including 13 deaths. It seems Christmas arrives earlier and earlier each year, some decorations going up even before Halloween. Plus, you have all these ads promoting holiday sales. Well, here's Eyewitness News reporter Mary Mills on who's buying it and who's not.
Well, believe it or not, but Santa Claus has already come to town. He flew in last weekend. That's a full 3 weeks before Thanksgiving.
Oh my goodness.
He wasn't the only one doing a double take, but yes, the decorations are up and the sales are on, with some people halfway through their holiday shopping.
It's nice to get the shopping done early so you can focus more on family time as it gets closer to the holidays.
Black Friday has morphed into Black November, prompting some to say, bah humbug.
I just think that you should let Thanksgiving come and pass, let us recoup, and then start Christmas.
Others, though, say the earlier the better.
I love it. I'd love to get in the spirit.
More shopping. That's what I think.
Retailers aren't the only ones expected to benefit. So are people looking for seasonal jobs like those at Integrity Staffing.
The pay starts at $11.75, tops out at $14.75.
The employment agency is working to hire 6,000 people for jobs at 4 distribution centers, like the Amazon warehouse in Whitestown.
And it seems every year for the last 5 years, we've started a little bit earlier and a little bit earlier and a little bit earlier.
And this year, there's no waiting until after Thanksgiving. Those hired today start next week.
It's going to give me a head start for the holidays for my children. I'm currently working, but this is a good opportunity for me to get extra money.
Not only will those seasonal workers be starting earlier, but they'll also be working longer because of the growing popularity of gift cards, which of course people use after the holidays. At Castleton Square Mall, Mary Mills, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Mary, thank you. Some stores will start offering deals this weekend, but others are already launching Black Friday sales online. We have a breakdown of the 7 big stores that have Black Friday plans. Just go to Hot Topics on WTHR.com. Hard to believe it's already here, but when you step outside, it will feel like the holidays.
And as one of the guys said in the package there, that it gets you in the holiday spirit.
It sure does, yeah.
Yeah, so we are talking cold temperatures, unseasonably cold next week again, and also 2 rounds of snow showers. I'll have the timing and how much we can expect coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast.
Well, it's one of the most cherished holiday traditions in the city. Next, we'll take an inside look at the preps happening today for the annual Circle of Lights. Welcome back. It is starting to look a lot like Christmas, especially with the snow about to fall. The other big sign, workers stringing lights to the city's Circle Monument for the annual Circle of Lights display. And we are getting a live look there this morning, seeing all the preps already underway. How's it going out there? Cold, I'm guessing.
It is a little chilly, but you know what? The sun's shining, a lot of volunteers here. It's still a great day.
Bring us back to the history of this, because it is volunteer oriented, but it really gives us something special to look at for the entire city.
Yeah, 52 years now. It's a great tradition for us with IBW and Quality Connection, but for the citizens of Indianapolis, we believe it is a tremendous tradition, something we want to be part of for years to come. And it just brings so much joy to the citizens on that day when the lights light up. It just kind of ushers in the new season, the new Christmas season. It's just a wonderful time for family.
So we see a lot of folks out there already getting started. What all goes into this? A lot of work, huh?
Yeah, definitely a coordinated effort from a lot of people. Begins a few months back. Our retirees get involved. They maintain those and check the strands every year, every last bulb, make sure that all the wire is good and structurally sound. It's safe for everybody. And then on the day of the event, it's definitely a coordinated effort with all the volunteers from the top down to the bottom, everybody working together in unison to put together a nice display for the city.
And how long will this all take? Obviously, we hope it'll be ready in time for Christmas, but how long does the whole process take you guys?
On the day of actual installation today, our goal is always about 4 hours time.
Wow, that's quick. And I see the scaffolding there on the monument. Will that remain in place for all of this?
Yeah, the scaffolding is going to remain. They do annual maintenance every year, and they found a few things that they felt that it needs to stay in place, and we're working together with that. It's again a team effort. We're just making sure we put together a good display.
Well, it's starting to look good. I can't wait to see it at night. That's when it really shines. Thank you so much for joining us, and of course, stay warm out there, and we hope all of your volunteers will stay warm too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Gosh, it does sure look cold out there. They were all bundled up, which they have to be, especially the guys all the way at the top.
Right, and it is a very cold start this morning thanks to the lack of cloud coverage. And we also have a bit of a wind chill with some southerly breezes, but we are going to be seeing some changes moving back in. Off to our west, you can see some snow showers beginning to make its way towards Kansas City and Des Moines. We are going to see the clouds thickening up as we head into the afternoon, and we are tracking chances of some snow later on tonight. In the meantime, let's take in this beautiful view from our Plainfield WeatherBug cam. A lot of clear blue sky, temperature at 18 degrees right now in Indianapolis, 19 in Kokomo, 16 degrees in Lafayette, and currently 16 in Columbus, still 14 in Richmond this morning. Now, this beautiful blue sky will start to be taken over by some clouds. Winds out of the south right now at 3 miles per hour with that air temperature of 18 degrees. Clouds will move in this afternoon. Winds will stay out of the south. Temperatures climbing to 32 degrees, still unseasonably cool for this time of year. And we are tracking a little bit of snow. So we'll stay mainly dry throughout the rest of the day until later on this evening. Around 7 p.m. we could start to see some light snow showers, especially along and north of I-70. That looks like our best chance of seeing some snow showers. And this will continue during the evening and into the early morning hours on Sunday. Possibly a few flurries left over Sunday morning, and maybe a ½ inch to 1 inch of accumulation will be possible all across central Indiana. So that will be our first round of some snow. Temperatures tonight falling to 24 degrees. Winds will be out of the south, and that light snow will push in again around 8, 9 o'clock tonight into early tomorrow morning. Now, tomorrow during the day, we do have a chance of some more snow, mainly just a few flurries, and that will start to kick in a little bit heavier as we head into Sunday night. So future track 13, starting tomorrow morning, cloudy skies, a few flurries, not out of the question during the day tomorrow, but then as we head into late tomorrow afternoon, we'll start to see some precipitation moving in. It could start in the form of some rain as temperatures will be just above the freezing mark, and then it will transition over to some snow showers. And the models have this changing up a little bit, moving it a little bit farther north. So tomorrow's high around 35 degrees with flurries possible through the day. And if you are heading to the Colts game tomorrow night at Lucas Oil, do be prepared for snow showers while you're heading in and as well as when you're heading out. And temperatures will be in the mid to upper 20s tomorrow evening. As we head into Sunday night and on into early Sunday morning, these bands of snow will set up. The best chance of seeing accumulating snow will be along and south south of I-70 during this event. But the models are tracking this a little bit farther to the north with every run. So it does look like we will see a better chance in Indianapolis of seeing some of those pockets of heavier snowfall into Monday morning. So right now, this is our best snow potential. And again, we are going to continue to tweak this as we head into the next 24 hours. 2 to 3 inches of snow possible for portions of Indianapolis as far north as Tipton and all the way down to Seymour. May see a bit more of a mix a little bit farther south of that area. So again, something we're continuing to monitor and tweak for you. Today's high 32 degrees. Tomorrow 35 degrees. So we have a chance of snow tonight, 1/2 inch to 1 inch by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow evening, another round of snow, possibly 2 to 3 inches in Indianapolis and areas to the south. And then we move into Monday. We dry out by Monday afternoon, and then this Arctic blast moves back in on Tuesday. And temperatures only climb to 24 Tuesday afternoon, and it looks like we could see a wintry mix on Friday with a high of 39. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. Well, you can never go wrong, really, with an Italian cook in the kitchen, right? This morning in What's Cooking, Sunrise anchor Julia Moffett heads to Matteo's in Noblesville. That's where Matteo serves up the dishes he learned in the heart of Italy.
Matteo's is right downtown in Noblesville on this square, right across from the courthouse. It's easy to find, and locals, they've been coming here for about 12 years for really authentic Italian cuisine. Also some entertainment from the owners.
Oh,
I am not singing.
Oh.
The songs?
Dipinto di blu.
The recipes?
The magic ingredients. The white wine. This is the magic. Here's where they make the thing good.
Even Matteo himself comes straight from Italy.
How you say when the sauces start amalgamare.
It's creamy?
Yes. There you go. Drop it here.
He's been cooking up his original made-from-scratch recipes at Matteo's for 12 years with a loyal fan base in Noblesville.
I just love pasta, so spaghetti is one of my mainstays, and Matteo's has the best spaghetti around.
Crowds also like Matteo's singing on Wednesday nights, but they keep coming back for the food.
It is very delicious. It is really, really good. Everything we've had here tonight is fabulous.
Bread made fresh daily.
Well, I come in the morning and I make about 90 pounds of this dough. Pick it up, slap it a few times.
Working at my anger issue. To made-to-order Salumiera di Matteo with homemade mozzarella.
It's fabulous. A new taste sensation.
The prosciutto is really good. I love it.
Another customer favorite, the tortellini Matteo.
We're going to try some. You know, it's not fair. She just need to try it. I need to get another one because...
I ordered 2. I'm going to try it, another one, just in case. Favorite sound?
Matteo's wife Emily runs the front of the house, serving up some seriously good martinis.
Well, it's got limoncello in it, which makes me feel authentic Italian.
That's the martini Sorrentino with house-made limoncello.
It was really good.
Thick.
For dessert, though, I recommend the Nutella martini.
Heavy on the Nutella. Yes. For sure. That is so yummy. Tastes like cake. Yeah.
Tuo fallo American. Thank you, thank you, grazie, thank you, for the fan, very kind, thank you. Very nice.
So where will Julia be next for next week's What's Cooking? She'd love to hear your ideas about your favorite restaurant. Send her your recommendations on Facebook, Twitter, or in an email. And we have an idea for you for a stocking stuffer that you can grab at the grocery store. Our 2014 Sunrise Cookbook is now available at area Marsh stores for just $9.99. All sales of the cookbook benefit the United Christmas Service. We've sold so far about 1,000 copies, but the more you buy, the more we can help. So if you'd like to meet our Sunrise crew, they'll be signing cookbooks November 22nd at the Marsh store at Castleton and Allisonville Road from 8 until 11 in the morning. There are a lot of good recipes in there. Well, it was a forgettable performance from the Pacers at the Fieldhouse, but a memorable night for one Hoosier native. We'll show you Gary Harris's big homecoming.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Dave Calabro. Guess what? It's Operation Football, semi-state action in 6A, and everybody else playing for regional titles. It's all next. Stay with us.
I'm Gary Dick, and here's what's topping Indiana business news headlines this week. Indianapolis International Airport announcing 4 additional nonstop flights this week. Nevada-based Allegiant Air entering the central Indiana market and launching 3 Florida routes and a Las Vegas flight beginning in February. The U.S. subsidiary of the world's largest tire company has announced a big reorganization plan that includes moving Carmel-based divisions to a new headquarters in Nashville, Tennessee. Bridgestone America's plans impacts about 400 workers at the Firestone Building Products and Firestone Industrial Products Company operations in Carmel. The City County Council in Indianapolis has okayed a nearly $59 million improvement plan from the Indianapolis Public Library. Now, that plan involves upgrades and relocations of several branches throughout Marion County. And Major League Eating will return to Indianapolis as part of the 2014 Big Ten Football Championship weekend. The St. Elmo Shrimp Cocktail Eating Championship will feature Joey Chestnut, who ate 9.2 pounds of shrimp in 8 minutes last year, and he boasts he'll top it this year. And we'll have all of the week's business news, including a one-on-one interview with Steve Forbes tomorrow morning at 11 right here on Channel 13. I'm Gary Dick. Go out and make it a successful weekend.
Operation Football on Eyewitness News is brought to you by Marsh, Reed Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Ray Skillman Automotive, and powered by the IHSAA.
You have to want it more than they do. Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Operation Football. A trip to the state finals on the line in 6A. Let's start with number 1 Carmel last night. The Greyhounds on the road in South Bend facing Penn. Game tied at 7. Fourth quarter, gotta have it. This is Isaac James keeping it on the option, and he's gone. 69 yards. Hounds up 14-7. Penn scored a late TD. Comes down to this. Extra point is no good. Carmel going back to the state finals. They beat Penn 14-13. They'll take on the Ben Davis Giants for the state title. That should be quite exciting. Meanwhile, I was in Chopper 13 Little Skylights last night. Heavy Friday night rush hour traffic as we head all the way to Columbus for a regional championship. Number 1 Olympians taking on Evansville Rights. Columbus East off and running. Markel Jones makes it look easy. 7-0 lead. Jones is headed to Purdue next year. He's ready for the next level. He scores again. It's 14-0. It's on fire. I wasn't kidding. Jones breaks the state single-season rushing record and had 6 TDs in the first half. Columbus East wins the regional title 42-14. Let's check out some single-A football. Regional action. Eastern Hancock facing Lutheran. The fans all bundled up. Here comes Eastern Hancock. Austin Lacey scrambles. He finds Devin Denny. He spins his way to the 2. Lacey does the rest for the 6-0 lead. Eastern Hancock goes right back to work. Cooper Henderson, sweet move with a 13-0 lead. But Lutheran rallies late. They get the regional title 21-19 on Operation Football Skylights. Go to our website, WTHR.com. More scores and highlights for you. More highlights later this morning right here on Sunrise. I'm Dave Calabro. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later.
Dave, thank you. The Pacers head to Chicago today to take on the Bulls. They like to put last night's game against the Nuggets very far behind them. They lost 108-87 at the Fieldhouse, but there was one bright spot. Hamilton Southeastern grad Gary Harris had a homecoming of sorts and put on a show for friends and family at the game.
Turning the corner.
Late in the fourth quarter, he rocked the rim for 2 of his 13 points. Mom there was actually in the stands and missed it. You could see her there desperately looking for a replay. I'm sure she'll see plenty of it. Not only was this Harris's first game in Indiana, but it was his rookie debut. He wasn't the only young guard, though, making the highlight reels last night.
Ingles to Burke. Burke puts it up. It's good! It's
Wow, second-year guard Trey Burke with 2 seconds left buries the game-winning shot to give the Utah Jazz a stunning victory over the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. The man who got the assist, though, former Butler star Gordon Hayward. The Knicks have lost 6 straight games, and now their fans will have to watch this highlight over and over again. Sorry for them. And the official tip-off of the college basketball season was last night. Purdue beat Samford 80-40. Indiana hosted Mississippi Valley State and smashed the Delta Devils 116-65. Ball State lost to number 25 Utah. The points there 90-72. Snow removal trucks working through the weekend to keep those streets clear. Next on Weekend Sunrise, we'll tell you when the plows will hit the pavement.